Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're still here, thank you. I can't believe you waited for 2 whole months. Oh my gosh. I've been gone. I filmed this video on the last day of January. This video has been in the works for a while. So I didn't just stop doing YouTube. I filmed this video and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna post it in the beginning of February, first week of February. It'll just be a little late, but no one's waiting for my video before they do their bullet journal. You know, no one's like, oh, I need to watch Olivia's video before I do my bullet journal. So I wasn't too worried about rushing it. But then February went on, and then March came, and then March is now gone, and now it's April. And the video's been done. The filming has been done. You know, it's just editing. And I've just been really, really busy with other things. I've just had a lot of schoolwork to do and activities to do and just a lot of stuff, okay? And so I've been editing it little by little for the last 2 months, and finally we're here. So here it is, you know. Sorry that it took so long, but I do have more videos in the works, you know. I can't promise that they'll be soon, but they are coming. I'm not stopping this. I'm still gonna keep doing this. It takes me a while. So I guess with all of that out of the way, let's just jump into my February in April bullet journal spread. Let's go to it. Alright, so my theme for February, I wanted to do some cute pink. Last year I did a Valentine's theme, and this year I didn't want to go full on hearts and stuff like that, but I wanted it to be still a little bit inspired by that. So my inspiration for this month was those little cookies that are cookie colored, beige cookie colored on the outside, and there's a heart cut out in the middle with jam or something in the inside, so then it's you can see the pink heart on the inside. That was my inspiration, but I don't think it really came across in the spread. So, you know, you let me know if you can see it at all. If you can see that was my inspiration. But so I wanted it to be really simple. So what I did was every single page had the same border. That was this one large pink strip, and then the little kind of orangey pink lines, and then the light pink swirls. Every page had that kind of as a border. And then everything else was really simple, just black writing, and not really any doodles. I didn't do a lot of drawing with this month's spread because I did a lot of coloring in my December bullet journal video, and I was just it made the video so much longer than it needed to be. There was so much drawing in that video, and I didn't want to have to edit all of that. So for this month, because I knew I was going to be filming it, I just wanted to make it a lot more simple. So that's what I did. So moving on, my title page, I just did the border that I'm doing for all the spreads, and then wrote out the month in this cursive handwriting, and then I wanted to do a ombre, is that the right word? Gradient? I don't know, it didn't really work, but I colored the bottom half in pink. Pink. I was gonna do the top half in a different shade of pink, but then I was just nah, keep it simple. So I just left it. And I did notice once I was done the video, I'd been writing in my bullet journal for a few days, and then I noticed that I forgot to add the second line, the second tick in the middle of the F. So it looks like a T. So it looks like it says February, which obviously that's not the name of the month. So I went back in a couple days later, and I fixed it, just the little part that I missed. I also did a little, what do you call it? Just a miniature version of the calendar. I just drew a little one on that front page. I don't really need it, but it was just a nice way to fill the open space. I didn't know what to put in there. And I've started doing that with my other spreads too, just as a way to fill the space. And I don't know if I don't really use that at all. I don't really know why I do it, but yeah. So the next spread that we're doing is the calendar spread. I switch it up pretty much every month, whether I do the calendar on the bottom or the top. So like in my December video, I did the calendar on the top of the page. In January, I did it on the bottom, and now back in February, I'm doing it on the top. I don't usually alternate, I just kind of do it whatever. But anyway, I start my calendar on the Sunday, so like this calendar month was super unsatisfying to draw out like in the actual calendar form. Obviously in the weekly spreads it was so satisfying because it started on the Monday and then ended on the Sunday, so it was like that was really satisfying. But for the monthly spread, this is just like really one box on the top and one box on the bottom. Like that's so annoying. I want to be more creative with those little titles for the days of the week, where it just says like the days at the top of the calendar. They always are so boring to me and I can never think of what to do for them, and I disappoint myself with them every time. But that was just a little tidbit. So then I did the month pretty much the exact same way I did on the title spread, which is how on the title page, which is how I do it for most of my spreads. I write the month pretty much the same way that I write it on the first page, but this time I did the inverse. I did it with the color on the top half instead of the bottom half. So then we move on to the sister page to the calendar page, which is where I put all my information for my calendar. So I think I explained this in the December one, but I'm going to explain it again because I have the time. So for the calendar, what I do is I draw dots on the actual calendar. Like I'll draw like little symbols, like it'll be a dot for an event, or like a triangle if it's like a school, like I have a test or something. I do that on the actual calendar, and then on the space where I've written calendar, I'll write the corresponding symbol and then what the thing actually is. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but I explained it more in detail in my December one, so if you are confused or if you care at all, you can go back and watch that. But anyway, I did the same border as the other spreads, and then I just wrote the two little titles in just a regular cursive with just a random pink marker. I didn't feel like going extra for that. And also that brain dump section, I literally use just to write anything that I need to be written down, I need to like get out of my head, I write it down. Actually, one thing that I've recently been doing with that particular spot is I will plan out my outfits for the whole week. I just started doing it a couple weeks ago. I think since the February break maybe is when I started doing it, and I really enjoy it. So on the Sunday or on the Saturday, I will pick out all of my outfits for the next week, and then I will not have to think about it when I wake up in the morning. And let me know if you want me to like talk about this and share what I've been doing, because I probably could talk about this for a whole video, maybe. I don't know. So let me know if you want to hear that. But anyway, I use that brain dump section to write like what I'm going to do with my hair for the day, so don't forget. I'll be like, oh, I want to do this hairstyle, so then I'll write it down in that section. Random tangent, but you know. So the next spread we're doing is my tracker spread. So I have actually drifted away from the mood trackers. I got so bored of the mood trackers, and it was one that I just wouldn't want to fill in, so then I just have like a clump of them that I would like need to fill in, and I would just forget. I don't remember what my mood was, and I don't know. I feel like I'm a generally happy person, so my mood is kind of the same every day. So, you know, I just stopped with mood trackers. I got bored of them, and they're no longer part of my life. I don't need that toxicity in my life right now. So anyway, starting off with the habit tracker spread, we are not talking about mood trackers anymore. Starting off with the habit tracker spread, I did the border on the whole page, which I think looked really cool. It was like the vibe that like I was going for, you know, with all the other spreads, but there was just no room to do it on the other spreads. I did the title in that exact same, just regular cursive font with the pink marker. Oh my gosh, I just noticed that I've been smacking my knee on my desk this whole time, and I feel like you could probably hear it. Well, if you can, sorry. Anyway, then I just did the trackers the same way I do the habit trackers all the time. It's literally I just draw a mini version of the calendar with however many trackers that I want to track. So I think right now we're doing about 7 trackers, and for the past 3 months, I haven't felt the need to add any more or take any away. We'll see how it goes. And each day of the month, I will do an X if I did that habit. I used to do one color for yes, one color for no, but it just got so tedious, and I was doing too much coloring, and it was like confusing. So now I only color it in. I like put an X if I did the habit. If I don't, I just leave it blank. It looks a lot more sleek and like cohesive, and I just like that better. Moving on to the sleep tracker. This is something I think I added new in February. I don't think I was doing it in January. So what I do is I write down one line for every single day of the month, and then at the top I write all the hours that I like, the usual hours that I would sleep. So on this month I've written 10 to 11. If I sleep from, let's say, 10:30 to 6:30, then that's what I'll color in, and I do that every single day. And everything else was the same as the habit tracker. I'm just dragging this on. Let's keep going. So the very last like monthly spread I'm doing is my 2 lines a day, which I have talked about already on my channel, so I don't need to go in detail at all with this. I did that same border on the bottom of both pages and then on the top of the one page. I don't know why I didn't just like do it like all the blocks, then all the little lines and all the swirls, oh my gosh. I don't know why I didn't do it like that. I had to do them one at a time for some reason. I think every time I finished one, I was like, oh, I should add another one. And then I was like, oh, I should add another one. So it just looks kind of dumb, but like it looks fine in the final product, so we're fine. But anyway, I just did the title in that same cursive font. Then I went in with my colored markers doing the numbers on the sides and then writing the days of the week over top of the numbers so that I would not get confused on what day it was. And I made a mistake there. I make a mistake on my 2 lines a day probably every single month. I just can't freaking get the numbers right on the first try. It's really annoying. But yeah, I really love this spread. I've talked about it before. I'm not gonna tell you anything that you don't need to know about it. And then we move on to the first weekly spread of the month, which, you see how satisfying this is? The Monday is the first. Like, that's so satisfying. Anyway, this is the first time I've ever drawn the boxes not in black. I almost always draw those boxes at the side in black, and I guess this month I just decided, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. So, I don't know. This is like my go-to spread. I've talked about it before. I do this spread all the time. And I think I talked about this in my December video, but I used to do a spread for Saturday and a spread for Sunday, but now I just do them all in one because it's so much easier to just put the weekend all as one category because the 2 days kind of blend together. And the font I did, like the titles that I did for each day is like my go-to. This is like any bullet journal video you see. This is like just like the go-to for being like titles that you can use because it's just classic and it looks so good and it's like so aesthetic, you know? But anyway, it's just like you write with like a highlighter, like a lighter color, you write the title in like big capital letters, and then in cursive you go over it with like a much thinner, darker color. And then I just wrote the numbers of the days on the side, and that's pretty much it. That's like finishing the weekly spread and finishing the whole spread. So that's my bullet journal for February. Alright, so that was my February spread. Unfortunately, I forgot to film a final flip through, and I'm not gonna film one now because everything's like filled in and it'll just take me too long to like blur out all my like personal stuff that's like written in there. I don't want you guys like reading my daily to-do list or anything, so I'm not gonna do like a final flip through, but I mean, you saw what all the pages look like, so I think you'll get the gist. But thank you so much for watching and staying with my channel for the last 2 months that I've been gone. I hope you stay for more videos, which will come. I don't know how long it'll take, but they're coming, I promise. So I hope you stay for that. You can check out my Instagram, which is I will put on the screen, and like I have a link below and everything. I'm gonna be posting my bullet journal like every month. I'm gonna post pictures of it every single month. So maybe not every month. I'm gonna be posting it a lot. I'm gonna be posting on my Instagram more, hopefully. And I've started posting on TikTok. You can go follow me there. I'll put the username somewhere there. I've been filming a bit, not a lot. I don't know. You can follow me if you want to, I don't care. I don't know. Thanks for watching. I love you. And I will see you hopefully soon in the next video. Bye.